All right, people, what the hell is going on? It is time for another blah 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 blah. But that's this is what this is gonna be. I was scrolling around on TikTok, and one of the people I follow on there did a little video where somebody had asked, well, she did a little reaction to a video. This chick was asking why don't men approach women anymore, which is false. Men approach women all the goddamn time. It's just what people put out there on the internet. You know what I'm saying? But when you do look at it, you do have people like myself who don't approach women. But that ain't got nothing to do with the internet culture we got going on today, because that's how I've been since birth, before even having to before I even got to the age where I was into girls and stuff like that. I am one of those people who have a fear of rejection. Just put it out there like that. I have a fear of rejection. And it is what it is. Like way back in the day, even when I was in elementary school, I remember goddamn crybaby. I used to feel bad and be crying because I didn't get picked for, you play 3-on-3 basketball or some shit like that. I'm talking about elementary school. And I wouldn't get picked or some stuff like that, and I'd go off crying and all the kind of shit like that. I remember all of that. Goddamn band getting my nerves. Yeah, I remember all of that way back in the day. And that moved forward all the way up through school and all kind of stuff like that. I've had girlfriends and relationships and stuff like that, but more likely that shit just happened. I didn't go out for that to happen. You know what I'm saying? These days it's a lot different. Talking about approaching women where if you just go by popular sentiment for what people put out on the internet, women don't want to be bothered with dudes. Only certain ones. I seen one video somebody did reaction to, where this chick was all flabbergasted and disappointed by the men that approach her. Well, you don't have much control of that now, do you? You don't. Why? You're not interested. Let a motherfucker know you ain't interested. Move the fuck on. Dudes can get kind of pushy sometimes, but push back. Shit. If a motherfucker don't, if it's some motherfucker out there just ain't getting the hint, then don't give them the hint. Just give them the shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker ain't getting the hint. Just give them the shit. You're going by this goddamn business. But that don't mean you gotta be rude about the shit. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a lot of times where women just kind of, they be trying to be nice with the shit. You can't be nice with motherfuckers all the time. I can see where the shit will get irritated. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of women don't have to operate like us men do, to where you get to the point to where you just approaching a woman, you don't give a fuck. If she don't like you or whatever, fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? You get like that. That ain't really my attitude, but that's the kind of attitude you have to keep trying to approach women over and over again, to where you just doing the shit. You know what I'm saying? I've seen that done before, where I've watched dudes like at the mall just damn near approach every woman that walked by. Probably had a little competition going to see who can get however many, whoever get the most phone numbers or some shit like that. You know, it's just didn't give a fuck if chick didn't blow them off or whatever. They just go over there. Hey baby, what's up? What's your name? Get away from me. Hey bitch, bro. Hey baby, what's up? What's your name? What's your name? I don't even know how to fake that shit. I really don't. I'm thirsty as hell, so I'm eating watermelon. Y'all gotta excuse me. I've already surpassed my liquid intake for the day, so this is the only way I'm gonna get. But me personally, I don't approach females, and I am a firm believer in coming together. You know what I'm saying? I'm a firm believer in coming together. I'm not chasing shit, because I've done that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say what right now for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can think of 5 occasions when I went off chasing shit and that shit didn't, you know, this shit just wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? It was something you kept going for and it just wouldn't work. Or motherfuckers just wasn't into you like you thought. You know what I'm saying? That's 5 times right off the top of my goddamn head. Where I know and that's not even including all the people that over the years that I've asked out on dates and stuff like that, and while they accepted the initial offering, they kept postponing the shit until I just gave up. You know what I'm saying? You ask a person out, they don't say no, they say yeah, but when time comes, they keep scooting back, and just like whatever. I'm not gonna ask you shit. I'm not even gonna talk to you no more. At that point, I won't. You know what I'm saying? After you pull shit like that, I won't even talk to you no more. And that's like I said, that's not even including the times that didn't happen. And I don't even know. It's 5 different. It's happened quite a goddamn bit. So I don't chase. Now these days, with the way things are, the way people meet, because way back when I started, internet shit wasn't a thing. We got these dating apps now. Back then we had, it was still third-party dating, but it was done over your little phone or whatever. You probably didn't even have a cell phone back then. You had to use your house phone where you hit the little numbers and shit to go profile, all that shit. That's how I started off. And it's the same thing we do now. Except for now you got pictures to look at, and which really ain't that much different. Ain't that much different from because we had to just go by descriptions. You know, height, weight, skin complexion. That was, you know what I'm saying, eye color and hair color. That's what we had to go by. Now you get to see actual pictures with somebody, of somebody, and you still be just meet somebody and be like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? You be like, I saw a picture and it's still what the fuck? So but even then, that puts me in the pursuer seat, because as a dude, you know what I'm saying, if you sitting around on those apps or shit like that and you not sending out messages, you not finna get shit. You know what I'm saying? You not. You fill out your whole profile, blah 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 blah, and let that motherfucker sit. The likelihood of you getting the message is very, very low. It's not like a woman where you can just have an empty ass profile just with a headshot on it and your inbox is gonna be full of shit. You know what I'm saying? But that puts me in which is an uncomfortable spot, you know, because my conversation pattern doesn't really work like that. For example, last weekend, not that many days ago, I was in Kemah. Went to Kemah, walked around, they had a little concert out there. And once all the seating areas had filled up, once the concert started, so I went and stood over the bottom of some steps. And there was a lady that was standing a couple of steps up from me. Ain't no thing, just a woman standing there. I'm living there watching the concert. I ain't saying nothing to her for a good long while. And then I said something to her, but it had something to do with the concert. And then we end up chatting that whole time for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? She left, came back, stood right back, because she was there. Her people were like across just on the other side of the staircase at this little table. But she was standing over here by me. And, you know, she had to go do something. She came back, stood right there. She went to go, she said, I'll be back. I'm finna go up and get some ice cream. She left. And a big fat dude came, stood right next to me. And I was like, you motherfucker. And she stood on the other side, and he ended up leaving. And she came down, she stood right there. Even before then, it started drizzling. I had my umbrella, you know. She stood right, you know, I said, well, shit, I got the umbrella, shit, I ain't used to getting rained on. Didn't rain that long, but, you know, I had the umbrella, just, you know, we talked the whole goddamn time. And at the end of the concert, you know, when it was time to leave, once they started singing the same songs over and over again, her folks was ready to go. She was like, okay, it was nice talking about blah, blah, and she left. Now, it would have been just as easily any other motherfucker would have, at some point during that time, when that woman was standing there, I would have asked for a phone number or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Try to find a way to give some a Facebook page or some kind of extended communication that I left it at that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not out here to holler at people, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Just not that I was, you know what I'm saying. Did I find her really attractive? Not really. Some little woman, this is nothing outstanding or nothing like that, but it's just, that ain't the goddamn issue though. It just, my conversation pattern is what we had. I had that woman cracking up, just blah ha ha, the whole goddamn time for an hour and a half, or however long we were standing out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I talk to people. We talked about some other stuff. I forgot, I don't know how that shit came up, but I ended up mentioning that I had this chest catheter and talked about dialysis and some shit like that for a minute or two or whatever. And talked a whole long time about it. But that's how my conversation is. Sit there and talk. Conversation, ain't nobody sitting there talking about, you know, well, where you from? You got any kids? You go into the fucking interview. No, none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Just sitting out there talking, having fun, laughing. That's how my conversation pattern is. And even online, it's the same way. You meet a chick, I'm just going off. People don't know how to fucking roll with that. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They don't know how to roll with that. I'm just talking. That's what the name of the goddamn YouTube channel. Just talking. You know what I'm saying? If we hit it off, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we hit it off. But I'm not for, you know, just, This shit is frustrating. But that's one of the main reasons why I don't approach folks, because, you know, I got a thing about being in other people's space. Now, that woman chose to stand there next to me. You know what I'm saying? She could have walked off. She could have went and sat by her people and all that. She chose to stay there in my vicinity. I recognized that, so I kept talking to her. That don't mean that I need to be like just going to straight up Mac mode and try to do it. No, I recognized that we was having a conversation. She wanted to keep that going. So yeah, okay. Just because I don't approach people don't mean I don't know how to talk to folks. Same thing online. It's just, hey, bruh, just, you know, we got to go about a good back and forth going. People don't know how to handle that. Why he ain't asking me no questions? Because the first thing they gonna do is they not finna go back and forth with you, just some random ass conversation. You know, in that particular environment, they gonna start the dating questions and shit like that. Like I say, that puts me in a bad position because I literally have to I'm finna say ignite ignition. I have to start this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a man, I have to start the conversation by sending them some kind of greeting or some shit like that. And then naturally I'm gonna go into my regular conversation pattern. I'm not gonna change that. No, I'm not gonna change that. I'm gonna go about it. So what you end up doing today? I'm gonna talk to you like I know you already. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna sit there and play 20 questions. That shit will come up eventually. You know what I'm saying? If y'all hit it off, all those questions will get answered eventually. So, like I said, people don't know how to handle it. And it happens a lot. When I have to send messages to people and I start talking to them, they like, huh? I'm like, you know what? I just asked you a whole question, or I made a statement, you know, that deserves some kind of reply other than huh. If you that fucking stupid, I'm not finna fucking deal with you right off the goddamn top. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I'm out. Why I don't like approaching people? Because everybody got their little short fuse that they don't like. If you sound stupid right off the bat, I lose interest. Give a damn how you look. You know? Why you don't approach people, man? Why men don't approach women anymore? Well, I haven't had to deal with none of the negative shit. You know what I'm saying? Since I don't approach women, I've approached women to where it just came out to where I just approached the wrong motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I just approached they'll talk to you all day until you actually try to ask them out on the date. You're dealing with people online and stuff like that. Or you try to push something forward with somebody who is fine with y'all doing whatever y'all doing at the time, but when you try to push something forward, they not really with it. They got somebody else for that. You know what I'm saying? I've been through that several times. You know what I'm saying? It's just, all right, I'm not. That shit will jade you. You just lose all kind of interest in shit because that's what's gonna pop up in your mind. You know, that's what's gonna pop up in your. Well, that's what's already in your fucking head to start with. If you approach somebody and the conversation and y'all somewhat comparable from the start, your personalities match or whatever the fuck you want to call it. And you won't be thinking about a whole lot of that because y'all will be sparking. You know what I'm saying? Y'all will be sparking. Y'all will be, oh yeah. I like this right here. I got about that. Yeah, go just having fun. Today's environment, I don't know. Only thing I can tell you is from shit that I've gone through online. I'm not out and about approaching women. That's something that just don't fucking happen. If I'm out and about, it'll be like what I just told you happened in Kima. You know what I'm saying? Where I just happened to run across somebody. I didn't approach her, she didn't approach me, and no shit. That's the type of shit I run across in person. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I run across in person. The more I think about it, more I would have wished I would at least tried to push my YouTube channel on her. I didn't want to just straight ask for a phone number or something like that, because I don't know. Get a Facebook page or some shit like that. Just, I wish I would have, but I didn't. So it is what it is. Her shit. Like I say, we was in Kima, so it ain't no goddamn. At this point, it's just like I don't even know what the fuck she was from. You have to think about that shit too. I think I was thinking about that. I was like, I wonder where she from. I didn't ask her. At that point, it didn't really matter what shit. Because like I say, I'm from Houston. We not in Houston. We in Kima. She could have been from any goddamn where. You know what I'm saying? Very likely she wasn't from Kima. I'm gonna tell you that much. But you know, it is what it is. Don't approach people. The negative shit, like I said, I can't tell you anything from today's culture because I haven't participated in that. The only thing I've participated in is the online stuff, the swiping and all this other stuff. You either on the app where you can swipe and y'all swipe on each other or whatever, and you send a message, which that shit gets me. You swiping on a motherfucker, you done swiped on them and they swiped on you, or they done swiped on you and you swipe back, and then send a message, and motherfucker have no conversation for you at all. Like, what the fuck are you doing on here then? You know what I'm saying? You swiped on me, because those are usually the ones that's what I'm swiping for. I'm swiping not to match with folks. I'm swiping, hoping that I run across somebody that swiped on me first. Okay, shit. Similar messages. You either get no conversation at all, or they are just a straight up no reply, like they not on the app. Just or you on one of those apps that give you a certain amount of free messages that you can send, and that's just straight up cold calling. That's that's basically what that is. You got your little message already set up that you send to people and shit like that. You get free messages and you send those, however many free messages per day you get to send. You send those out and proceed to get shit back in return. Oh, you know what I'm saying? You get shit back in return. That kind of sucks too. But even then, that's counted as an approach, because you'll do that sometime, and then a lot of times you get a reply back, and it's like pulling teeth to get them to actually say something. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you replied to the message dry as fuck to start with, and then I would say something, and then if you get a reply after that, it's just this dry 1 or 2 words or some shit like that. Just, all right, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not for the deal. I'm not doing this. I'm 48 years old. I'm not for to sit here and talk to all these women 35 and up who haven't learned how to hold a goddamn conversation. And that's what it comes down to a lot of times, with why I don't approach people, because you don't know what you're gonna get But when that's what you get, especially in person, I'm just not comfortable being in people's face in person like that. You know what I'm saying? Just cold call in person. No, hell no. Hell no. It's like walking up to some strange dog. You don't know if that dog fucking bite your ass. He could just easily lick your hand. He could just easily bite your ass. But if you walking over there to him, you pretty much asking for it either way. Let the dog come to you. You know what I'm saying? A dog is not going, well, a dog will run up to you and bite you, but a dog is not going to walk up to you and be like, nah. If he walk up to you, he going to and greet you however dogs greet you. Animals do that. Animals are mean as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Just, no, you got some mean ass animals out there that run up to you, bite you and shit. You know what? Fuck them. You got some that's like, but if the motherfucker ain't coming towards you, you lead them, you leave that chance over there. You might be a nice dog, but I don't know. If you come this way, or show that you coming this way, then I might be like, hey, little doggy, blah, 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 and you come over that way, step, blah, blah. Well, that's how it has to be with me and the women. Just like the chick in Kima. She stayed in my vicinity. I talked to her. She talked back, and we talked this whole time. She left, came back a couple times, blah, blah, blah. I could talk with that. I could work with that. But with anybody, that's how it has to be. Think about all my relationships that I've had. Not all of them, but most of them, majority of them, that's what it was. I wasn't chasing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it was just circumstance. We ended up together. You know what I'm saying? It's either, we either ended up together or it was one of them things, or they were just, or they were the aggressor at some point. I can only really think of one of those. Or we were just opportunistic. You know what I'm saying? Where just happened to show up when there was a void there. You know what I'm saying? I just happened to show up right at that opportune point. Where you're like, oh shit, there's an opportunity there. It's presented to me. I can either take it or leave it go. Just, you know what I'm saying? Just, okay, well, I guess I'm in here now. All right. I don't mind. But it ain't nothing that I chased. You know what I'm saying? The last one that I chased was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? No, the last one that I actually chased was some bullshit from a motherfucker that just didn't have no interest in the shit at all. They just kind of went along with it. It's whatever. That was 9 months of nothing. Literally. So, why men don't approach women? There's no benefit in it. You know what I'm saying? It really ain't. Because, well, I ain't gonna say it ain't no benefit in it. If you stuck, if what I'm seeing online is anything close to what I'm seeing or what's out there, which I doubt, because it's stupid shit online. Like literally, it's just a bunch of stupid shit online. And I'm like, the outside world can't be that dumb. There's a bunch of shit I see online that is just, okay, this motherfucker just shooting a video to say some dumb shit just for saying some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? For some views or whatever the fuck, or just to see how many people they can trigger. It just, you can't have that mindset or have that thought and actually believe it and operate, you know what I'm saying, on a daily basis without killing your goddamn self. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to be really goddamn stupid. You know, how the fuck, if that's how your brain works, how the fuck do you even manage to get up and tie your shoes in the morning? It's just, how do you do that? So, I wouldn't expect to run across a lot of that. I really wouldn't. If I was to say, you know what, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see how many women I can talk to out in public. I don't even know how the fuck that would happen. I would have to have what happened in Kima happen a lot of times. I would have to just go where there's a bunch of people and I just so happen to talk to whoever the fuck is close to me. It wouldn't be no, you know, hey baby, what's up? You look so nice and fine and sexy and all of that. I'm not finna do that. I ain't never done it. I ain't finna act like it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't. No. I've had some women do that to me way back in the day. I ain't that kind of dude now. Ain't nobody just would walk up to me and be like, hey, how you doing? You so sexy. Back in the day, yeah. Now, if I hear that shit, first thing I'm gonna tell you, I'm broke as fuck. Whatever you think you trying to holler at, it ain't here. I know all my sexy days is over with. I know how I look in the mirror, motherfucker. Can't come up to me talking about you so sexy, you so handsome. Now what you trying to get at? You know what I'm saying? Do I look like some sugar daddy or some shit? Because that whatever you think it is, it ain't. Get yourself in some shit. I'm like, yeah, you thought it was some shit. No, it ain't. Something totally different. But yeah. And I don't know. I keep trying to think of some shit to say, but I'm like, I know I'm not gonna change how I operate. I really ain't. I'm not gonna change how I operate when it comes to dealing with women. It's not gonna change. You know what I'm saying? I've been through most of it. You know what I'm saying? Approaching women is the least of my problems. You know what I'm saying? Because even online, when you start swiping and saying, I mean, compared to what women get, it ain't nothing. But I get enough replies and shit. It's just that, you know, people are stupid. At least the ones that reply to me, they're fucking dumb. That's my definition for them folks that can't string together more than 2 or 3 words at a time. You fucking stupid. That's what I get. And I'm like, I'm out of here. And I do that, I'm out quick. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you trying to talk to somebody in person and they treating you like motherfuckers on the side, like you in Vegas, and they walking by you like you one of them little ladies out there passing out them fucking flyers and them little cards, or you out there with the timeshare shit. That's what it's like as a man trying to approach women online. I ain't gonna say nothing about I'm in person, but online, that's what it's like. It's like you out there trying to pass out them little prostitute cards or trying to sell a motherfucking timeshare. Nigga, nah, get away from me. Be just as short with your ass. And I don't want to be that. It's like, you know, you get a job as one of them telemarketers, and now your job is to get hung up on all damn day long. Nah, man, who the fuck want to deal with that shit? You know, you're a telemarketer. That's what it's like approaching women. You don't want to know why it is that men don't like approaching women. That's your answer right there. Because it's like being a telemarketer. It's like passing out them prostitute cards, and it's like selling timeshares to people on the side of the road. Or being one of them motherfuckers at the goddamn gas station, you know, panhandler or some shit. That's what it's like. Motherfucker like, yeah. man, he's talking to me. You're a woman. And that goes with anybody. A woman, a man. You know what I'm saying? But people gonna look and find some interest and try to talk to you. You ain't gonna always be interested. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Not to be mean, but I've had plenty transsexual or just some straight gay dude that dress up like a woman, cross dressers and shit, in my motherfucking inbox. And you gotta let them motherfuckers know without being an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Now I ain't had to deal with that shit in person. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what your taste in is men if I'm the motherfucker you coming at in person. Now on my pictures and shit, I can kind of see, you know, everybody got nice pictures they put up. But in person, I'm like, if you looking at me and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you? But, you know, online, I've had to turn a motherfucker down before. Motherfucker kept trying to invite me to a steak dinner. I'm like, what the fuck is a steak dinner? That sounds like some code for some shit. Because that ain't the first time you done said that shit. Because I was working at the shop and he had some work, you know, and every time he come in there, he goes to steak dinner. The fuck is a steak dinner? Not to be odd, but that sounds like some gay shit because you keep saying it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's just a steak dinner. I'm just like, nah. You keep your steak to yourself. I don't know what the fuck. You want me to have a steak dinner? Nigga, bring a plate up here so I can actually see this plate. Because what I think you offering is something totally different. And it was a little black dude, like some braids and shit. It was a long time ago. It's obviously gay. He had braces and some big ass lips. He just, you know, obviously, what they call it, overtly gay motherfucker. But he, you know, he was just, you know, effeminate. But no steak dinner. And you know, I turned it down, but actually I was at work, so I couldn't be mean about shit. You know, I was at work, so I ain't like I'd be like, bitch, don't talk to me. What the fuck wrong? No. Like, nah, that's okay, I'm good. I heard some steak over at the house. I'm good on steak. I'm sorry. I don't need your steak. I got my own. But you can do that without being rude or asshole to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Turn them down without being an ass. And for a lot of women, I'm like, I can see when you have to deal with that shit all the time. I don't have to deal with that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? I sit here and told you about some gay dude that was trying to approach me, and that was in person. How many other gay dudes tried to approach me in person? I couldn't even tell you. I know that one. You know. I know that fucking one. How many women try to approach me in person? It ain't been that many. Let's put it like that. It ain't been that many. Now I've gone to the clubs and stuff and had women come and talk to me a couple times and stuff like that. But you know what? It ain't never for somebody that I really want to ever exchange numbers with. Fuck part, you know, that's the fucked up part about that. Most of the time, it's you know, it's not your ideal match. Just put it like that. Or a woman come up to you, talk to you, and you know, come up to you, check. I get the number, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, even beyond then, I was just like, ain't shit happened after that. Now I'm thinking of two right off the goddamn top. Well, one of them, some shit did happen, but I know this one. That was at Carrington's too. It was just like, actually, I met a couple people at Carrington's. A friend of mine, I met that character. She was one of the nothing ass girlfriends, you know what I'm saying? Just characters just started talking, blah, blah, blah. But the girlfriend, all that shit didn't happen until like 10 years later, so. But, yeah, I remember she talked to me first. I do remember exchanging numbers. I think she had on red. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I can't remember if we had a conversation. We was in a club. So I can't imagine we talked about a whole lot inside the club. You know, it's loud music and shit like that. But after that, I don't remember talking to her much after that. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. And not to sound too slutty, but most of the times if I'm in the club and a woman is up on me first, it was usually a wham bam. You know what I'm saying? This is just being honest about it. Because I'm like, if you pushing up on me, you done pushed up on a whole bunch of motherfuckers. I'm just in a line. I was just whoever was available at the goddamn time. In line of niggas. If I'm up in here and I ain't put in no effort, then I can just imagine how many motherfuckers is around that didn't actually put in some effort and trying to put in some effort. So yeah, we got that to deal with. But none of those have been people that I would have pursued, if you know what I'm saying. Never run across one of those. It's just like when I'm at the gym, I'm just like, I don't meet chicks that look like that. Matter of fact, video game. I was looking through video games on Xbox, and it was some little game. It was some like weird live game or whatever the fuck, called 5 Dates or some shit like that. You got like real people and stuff on, well, real people playing the characters and shit on. And I'm sitting there looking at it, I'm just like, you playing a game like you on a dating app or whatever, and they got these actors on here playing these parts. And I'm sitting there thinking, I don't run across nobody online that look like none of these people. I'm looking at ain't now chubby fat person on here. No. Everybody, all the chicks on there look like they weigh 115 goddamn pounds. Man, that's 3 of the motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? It take 3 of them to make one motherfucker you and me nowadays. I'm like, they don't even look right. You know what I'm saying? At least 2. I'm like, oh, this is bullshit. I wouldn't play that shit anyway. I don't want to play no fake ass dating game. If I'm gonna do that, I might as well do the real shit. At least get something out of it. But that irritated me. I'm just like, I don't out of all the swiping, I don't meet people that look like that. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. It don't happen. It don't happen after all the years. I've done all of this shit. I don't meet people that look like that. I met some decent looking people. I ain't never met that hot motherfucker like that be on the reels and all kind of shit. The sexy not. I met a fitness instructor once, and she didn't look, I mean, she wasn't bad. She was just tall. You know what I'm saying? She was kind of tall. She had been like 5'10", 5'11", you know what I'm saying? That bitch live in the Mediterranean now. She was a hoe. That's why I didn't. That was open for the taking. But she was like a ho-ho. Because I mean, if I'd have smashed that, in the next day or 2, I would have seen that shit online. I'm just like, nah, because I've seen her post. I know what she do. I'm just like, I don't think. And that was a nice looking one, but that was shit I had to pass up. And I'm a hoe. You know what I'm saying? But I don't need to be a hoe with my name all over the goddamn place. Yeah, if you're gonna be a slut, there's an art to that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got slutty ways. You have to be able to maintain your goddamn self. You just can't take every goddamn thing. You really can't. Nice looking woman, fitness instructor, all this other shit, and just, yeah, you can hit that. But if you hit that, you're gonna be all over the goddamn internet. Like, no way, Jose. I see little chicks at the gym though, and I think about that all the time. Even when I was at the gym today, I was just like, man, it's nice. And then you see the workout couples in there, and I'm just like, You see little chicks, then you see the chicks that be like, if you run across a girl online and be like, yeah, I love working out, blah blah blah. You see those in there. Like on my way to the gym, I don't really know what the chick looked like. That was driving my Uber on the way up there, but it's like you could just kind of see over the seat that she wasn't no real fit motherfucker. Oh, I love working out, blah blah blah, blah. And it's like when I'm online doing the whole dating thing, and it's like you run across people and they, well, I love working out. I work out a couple days a week and blah 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 blah. I'm like, but why don't the fuck you look like it? That's what's going through my head. Don't be no asshole and say no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Shit run through my head that I would never say. You know, I don't have no control of what pops in my motherfucking head. I do have control out of what pops out of my fucking mouth. But that be what pops out of my mouth. All the folks that be talking about, yeah, I love to go to the gym and blah, blah, blah. Why don't the fuck you look like it? I'm at the gym twice a week, and I'm seeing all kind of shit in there. Ain't nobody that I run across that say they like working out look like none of the shit I done ran across in the gym. And if I do run across those people online, those are the ones that ain't replying back to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you know, and it's weird to say about approaching people and shit like that. Low-hanging fruit. You know what I'm saying? It's just low-hanging. Go for low-hanging fruit. Why the fuck not? It's fruit. And that can't be too low. You know what I'm saying? I gotta at least do this a little bit. I don't want to be picking the shit up off the goddamn ground, but you know, it gotta at least have a little height. Moderately good looking. You know what I'm saying? Moderately good looking is what I shoot for. That's the sweet spot. If I gotta go for some shit, that's what I go for. Moderately good looking. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where the meat of the results come from. The moderately good looking. And then you got the, under that is just unfortunate. Moderately good looking. And then you got the little shit above that where you might not even be sure that that's a real profile or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It might be a fake ass profile. And even if it don't look like a fake profile, you just, those really attractive motherfuckers, you just don't, they inbox is either just super full or they just full of their own ass. You know what I'm saying? The replies from them just it ain't shit. Now, the time you see a girl that look real good, you just go bloop, just swipe left right on that shit. Cause likelihood you hear from them is just like, and that's one of them things like in real life, where a lot of chicks be like, I don't get approached that much because there's women out there that look, you know, genetically gifted. You know what I'm saying? They look real nice and shit like that. The motherfuckers be intimidated by that shit. You look real nice, real good, classically good looking. Just all this is just how it's supposed to be. You know, they might have a body and, you know what I'm saying, no belly fat, no, you know, just but don't nobody approach you. You know what I'm saying? They're like, ooh, look at it. Oh man, this is. And that's you. They'd be like, I don't get as approached as much as you would think. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be intimidated by the good looks or some shit like that. Or they throw it off by it. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker looks so good. And like I said, I've met some nice looking women. You know what I'm saying? But if I've met a really nice looking woman, it was usually one and done. You know what I'm saying? It was usually one and done. Not my fault. Never gonna say, I ain't gonna never own up to none of this shit being my fault. But if it's a one day, first date, then nothing after that, I ain't gonna never own up to that shit. That was not my fault. If it was some shit you didn't like, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a couple times where I done met some women that look really nice. You know what I'm saying? I met some motherfuckers that look really nice. Sometimes they stupid. Just, not even trying to be mean, but I right off the top of my head, I know I've met 2 girls that look really good, but they were dum-dums. You know what I'm saying? And needless to say, it wasn't nothing after that. Not that I didn't, you know, I might not have, not that I didn't text them or contact them after that, it just wasn't nothing after that. And then you got the one and dones that's just, you know, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? That you done got I done got ghosted. Now what the fuck? I didn't do shit. I've sat there through a whole date at least a handful of times and just had a normal ass conversation with people, and you would think I was Dave Chappelle up in that motherfucker there now, ha-ha-ing and doing all kind of shit and blah blah. After that, ghost. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers shoot the shit with you and all kind of other shit, and just you seem like you done had a whole good old ass time. Well, it was something they didn't like. I don't know what the fuck it was. Couldn't tell you now because I didn't look like this back then. That was back in my good looking days. And it was still something that fucked it off. Like, well, shit, can't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't got nothing. I mean, I done got to the damn date. At least I can say that back then. These days, you don't even get to the date because I can't even get people to type a sentence in the inbox. So all the fucked up shit about me it never even comes up in the conversation because it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just nothing in the conversation. And that's why I don't really approach women. Other than the fear of rejection and shit like that, it's just, like I said, my conversation pattern is a bit different. I'm going to talk to you like I know you, and that confuses a lot of people. And if I'm just talking to you like regular people and you confused, I think you stupid. I'm not going to want to talk to you no more. You know what I'm saying? The way I talk about shit, a lot of people get lost. You got to be able to keep up. You know what I'm saying? They said, because a lot of times I think we be talking about shit, I'll bring something up. You know what I'm saying? I'll bring something up and start talking. I don't know what the fuck they doing on the other side of the phone. They don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Nigga, we done switched subjects already. You still on some, what? You know what? You hit me up when you can pay fucking attention. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You hit me up when you can pay a goddamn attention. You can't even keep up with the goddamn conversation. Want my ass. Pay a goddamn attention. We engaged with each other at this moment in a conversation, or at least trying to, and you can't keep up. You got some other shit going on, obviously, because that happens a lot where, like I said earlier, motherfuckers want to get into playing fucking 20 questions and shit like that. And I know I've mentioned this a couple times at least in past videos where we talking about something and the conversations on my side where I'm discussing whatever the fuck we talk about, and they cut right in the middle of that with a question that ain't got shit to do with nothing. One of the little stupid dating questions that you ask people. You gonna cut me off right in the middle of what I'm talking about to ask me some shit that ain't got nothing to do with what we were talking about at first. Well, that's a turn off right there. It's just like, now I don't want to talk to you at all. You stupid. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking you stupid. You wanna hop into this nut. We having a conversation and you wanna hop out of that to do some routine stock back and forth question shit. That is the most uninteresting shit at all. Because if you do that shit with me, you're not gonna get no goddamn answers. At least nothing you wanna hear. Conversation patterns just gotta match. That's it. If I think, and like I said, I ain't really, I don't have a problem with talking to people, but talking to people after you done broke the ice with that whole approach thing, it would have to be something behind it. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be a cold thing to where I'm just like, hey, you look nice, blah, blah, blah. It has to be something behind it. It has to be something tangible, like with the woman in the what's his name, in Kima, where I said something to her first, but it was relating to the concert. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't anything behind it. I didn't say nothing to her to try to ease in there so I can ask for enough. No, I said something about the concert and blah, that was it. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not gonna change how I talk to people. You know, approaching women like that cold calling, approaching women, it's like, nah, that's just not me. Ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I meet some women out and about, once I actually get out and about, and just, you know, probably so. You know what I'm saying? Because I do know how to talk to women. I just, when it, you know, just coming up on people and just start talking, because I have to have a whole kind of shit just laid out for that, where you just talking to shit, because I don't want to come up on somebody and start talking and they feel like I got some kind of goddamn agenda. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if a trans or a gay dude come up to me, and a trans woman or a gay dude come up to me and start talking to me. Nigga, I already know what the fuck you want. No. I won't say that, but that no part will be in there. You know. I know, yeah, you just, why are you talking to me? You know what I'm saying? No reason to be talking to me. No, I'm not available, motherfucker. Sorry. It is what it is. And I don't want nobody feeling like that if I'm talking to them. That's why I would like, if I was talking to somebody, to have some substance behind it to start with, where they don't feel like I done just swooped in and I'm trying to accomplish something. You know what I'm saying? They might like it. You never know. They might not mind. I do. You know what I'm saying? They might not mind, but I do. But I don't know who minds and who don't mind. You just swoop in and start talking to somebody with that pickup line shit. Nah, man. I might, like I say, I'll mention some shit that's related to whatever the fuck is going on at the moment, and take it from there. You know what I'm saying? But ain't no, hey, let me get your number. At that point, you just, at that point, it's just like, he just don't win. He just, nah. And then I don't want, you know what I'm saying? It's like coming up on somebody trying to sell them something. That's probably what happened. If a nice woman come up to me and start talking to me out the goddamn blue, like I said about the timeshare and and shit, motherfucker probably got a table somewhere to sign up for some shit. Like, hey, how you doing? Like, hey, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Well, you know, we got such and such. Now, you get the fuck away from me. Go, get. And that's another thing. I think if it's a really attractive woman in my face, I'm like, what do you want? You know, because I've been in plenty of situations where a pretty face or some big boobs is right next to you because they trying to sell you some shit or get you, you know, hooked on something. It's just like, nah, man, get the fuck away from me. That shit don't work on me. It don't. I used to work the counter. So you can't come on me with a pretty face and some big boobs or whatever the fuck you got. You try to work that shit on me thinking you finna get me hooked on something or thinking you finna get a deal or whatever the fuck. Nope. Don't work like that. You automatically got the stiff arm on you. Like, oh no, all right, what we got? What we working with over here? Because you looking real nice right now, so I know you probably trying to use that shit. You can't use your feminine wiles on me. I'm sorry. Feminine wiles only work on me after we done both already got naked. You know what I'm saying? We done passed the point of commitment, goddammit. Past the point of no return. Shit. You're not finna get up on me. Now you have to keep that shit neutral just in case a motherfucker's actually legit trying to talk to you. But like I said, that shit don't fucking happen. If a nice ass looking woman come up to me, it's some shit they trying to get. You know what I'm saying? There's some shit they gotta get. It's a catch. And it ain't you. You ain't the motherfucking catch. The catch is some shit they trying to get your ass into. Like, nah, I'm sorry. You can't. That shit don't work on me. Get back. I don't even think that shit would have worked on me when I was young. I'm like, bitch, fuck out of here. But that's a lot of what goes on. Not the internet shit. A bunch of ignorance about why men don't approach, especially with that fucking the dumb shit that just went. I can't even think of the name. I done made about 4 or 5 videos on that shit. Sprinkle or whatever the fuck that shit was. I don't know what goddamn TikTok. It's just like, oh man, you still on this shit with men. They got the men started making the same videos that the women was, but what they got to do on dates and shit like this. You know, well, shit, my shirt costs, you got to spend this much on a date because my shoes cost this much, my shirt costs this much, my walls cost this, my car costs that much. And you got motherfuckers going back for just. Now, unfortunately, there's some people out there that actually believe all that shit. A lot of this shit is done out of just being stupid online. But it's actually people out there that believe that type of shit, which is the danger of having all this stupid shit just floating around online, because motherfuckers will look at this shit and take that shit as gospel. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, they joking, bruh. They joking, sis. They just joking. The shit ain't meant to be taken seriously. You gotta be able to look and tell that the shit ain't meant to be taken seriously. It's just some dumb shit somebody saying online. Motherfucker, take that shit and bring that shit into the real world with them. And like I said, like a bunch of that shit. It don't make sense because it's like, okay, you watching a video. Now some of the videos might be real. Some of them just look awkward as fuck. But you out on the video, you out on the video, you out on a date, y'all done sat there and ate and all this other shit. Now y'all finna argue who finna pay the big goddamn bill. How much, you know what I'm saying? How much goddamn time then went by from the time y'all done met until the time you sitting there at the fucking table after y'all done already ate and all this other shit to where y'all arguing about who gonna pay the bill? Well, one of the motherfuckers, either the man or woman, got their phone out recording this shit. It's stupid. This shit don't make no sense. You know, the shit is staged from the fucking... Stop believing everything you fucking see. There's a lot of time that went by. At that point, both of them got to be dumb. Because you have to have the whatever it is, y'all done got on a date, right? Y'all done talked long enough to be like, okay, we going out on this date. We gonna go on this date. Then you go out and y'all schedule that whole shit. You meet up at the goddamn date or get there together, however the fuck you gonna do that. And then you get to the, you're ordering food and all this other. You done sat there and ate all the goddamn food. Now all the food there and now the bill is there. All this time that passed by, ain't nobody made, it ain't nothing but an assumption that the dude was gonna pay for all this shit, especially with some of the numbers that it came up to where they're like, the dude says it's $350 or some shit like that. And the chick, the man is supposed to pay it, blah, blah. Come on, man. You gotta do better than that. Cause I'm like this. If we ordering food and we hadn't discussed none of this shit, if I'm seeing what you ordering and that shit is looking kind of pricey, I'm bringing this shit up right the fuck then. I'm like, you paying for that? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You start picking up lobster and all kind of shit that motherfuckers don't have. They start ordering all the shit that don't have a price on the goddamn menu. That's that's when you know motherfuckers out of line. Y'all they just started ordering market price shit. That shit don't even have a price on the menu. I'm like, nah. You can order from over there, but you paying for it. So yeah, you don't let a motherfucker just sit there and pile up. I done got pissed off when my bill was like $75 because and I'm talking about $75. Well, my part of the bill was only like $20. And then motherfuckers start ordering shit, and I ain't talking about that like no really stupid high-end restaurant either. It's just like Pappadeaux or some shit. And not Pappadeaux, whatever the fuck, one of them restaurants. Well, I'm like, yeah, if my order ain't number like $15 and then the rest of that $75-$60 is you, that shit is imbalanced like a motherfucker. Huh? Not that I can't afford $75, but you pushing it at that point. You pushing it at that point. Well, you ordering and you to order some shit now, you want some wine. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the fact that motherfucker order a lot of shit. It's just that the shit that they order is the high end fucking shit. And it's just like, that's not random. We going out to eat type shit. Not for me. You know what I'm saying? But that's some whole other shit though. For me, hey, if I ask you out to eat, then that's a little different. But if we go somewhere and you just like start wanting all, no. You got money? Order whatever fuck you want. We gonna split this bill. The shit on her side of the table is hers, and this right here is mine. 2 bills. You can't pay? I'm going home. You finna go wash some goddamn dishes. back there and scrub some pots. I was a dishwasher at some point. It ain't that hard. Yeah, so that's some shit I gotta figure out. I gotta figure out how to finagle myself into all of that, and take better advantage of the little connections I do. Like I said, the chicken Kima, I kind of wish I would have. I didn't want to ask for a phone number, but I do wish I would have at least got some social media shit, Instagram or something like that. And then later on, you can kind of, you know, finagle your way up in there. Yeah, that's it. I'm empty right now. I got something else to talk about, but that's for a whole nother video. So, I'm sick of this light in my face. Hold up. There we go. Woo. I see why motherfuckers be wearing shades and shit like that when they be shooting their videos. They be having them ring lights and shit. I ain't that shit in my face. But anyway, I will catch y'all on the flip side, man.